Bass and stills in the building, flash the camera. I'ma drop the hammer. Things done changed, the hip-hop sizzle and Bobby out the slammer. Hip-hop start on the East Coast and then move west now down to Bama. I'ma bring it back to New York, hold those and throw your hands up. Pass me a cup of the in the club with the juice in the get bent out. Then I'ma slide with it to my ride and head up to my penthouse. Oh, I'm not trying to take it slow, working hard, cake and dough. Open up 24, we striving for that goal.
I'll stop for nothing, I will play this game that's so easily started, not so easily parted. Oh, giants,
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. In today's game, it's a showdown between two teams with the same record on the year. It's the Cardinals going up against the Colts. With that, we'll send it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. They've got the call in this Week 5 matchup.
Thank you, Larry. We welcome you to the heart of the Hoosier State in the Circle City of Indianapolis, Indiana, at Lucas Oil Stadium. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Arizona Cardinals and the Indianapolis Colts. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And they'll go with a ground attack here. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
Still on his feet. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
They should... go without saying that anytime you run the football well and gain a nice chunk of yardage, that means the offensive line did their job and did it really well. But let's give them a little more credit than that, because all week long, offensive line meetings, they're going over adjustments, counters, when the line shifts, all those things that go along with it. And yet, you still have to be physical, and that's what they did on the first play.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed. And that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
Quick throw, that's complete on the inside slant. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll look to throw. He's got time in the pocket. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Great coverage there. Holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. And tough starting field position here. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Oh, now backing up, and he's out of the end zone. The referee was right there to call it, and that is a safety. And, Charles, something you have to be aware of as a QB. Once you get back to that back line of the end zone, you sort of have to go into survival mode.
Yeah, but he's still between the tackles, so if he tried to throw it away, it still would have been 2 points.
And the Colts getting ready to go. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Second down now after the pass completion. Looking to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
It's not always as straight as that team wanted it more than the other, but on that play, it actually was true. They were faster to the ball.
Here we go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
That draw play got blown up by the blitz of the defense. Ordinarily, that's exactly what you want. You want them to blitz and they go past you and you go past them for a big gain. But in this situation, they hit him at the worst possible spot. Right exactly where you were running the draw, and he got in there and got him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Holding offense. A penalty is declined.
Here's Sam Martin now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is fielded at the 7. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter if they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there, and receivers come open. Great discipline on that play. They didn't let that happen and held it to no gain.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
And fit's the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
And they went big on 1st down, proves unfruitful. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he comes back with one complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
They'll set up a throw. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. A gain of 7, and they pick up the first.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust.
Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And the Colts coming out now. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
So when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth.
Let's go.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Finding time. Still back there. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Whoosh. And he takes it down deep into Arizona territory. A big play there for Indy. 52 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. If you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up wanting to make plays.
Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is going to lose yardage here. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Looking for someone to throw to. Great protection. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
And right now I take my rudimentary kindergarten skills and draw where the tackle box would be, because that was close. I thought he was in the tackle box. He has to be very careful where he gets rid of the football from that spot.
Yeah, they say there was a receiver in the area, though.
Yeah. There's always a receiver in the area.
So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see that sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. So a 3rd and 8. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. He'll drop to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason, it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Here's the Cardinals defense as they head out to set up shop. A field goal last time is what they gave up in a close game. All these drives start to feel so critical.
And they are. And, you know, we've met so many defensive coordinators who just really hate the bend but don't break mentality. They're much more of the aggressive school. But that mentality has won a lot of games. If you're only giving up field goals on drives, that usually keeps you in it and gives your offense a chance to retaliate.
Yeah, and right now it's got them with the lead.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted. And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. And he's going to be out of bounds right at the 40. 35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going to throw right side here, complete. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case, the feet.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Mario Edwards in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think a Cardinal was able to gain possession, yes, so they will hold on to the ball.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Let's go!
He'll look to throw. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
As a defender, I always found the slant route extremely difficult to cover unless you were able to jump on top of it early, because once he gets his hands on the ball, he's at full speed.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge...
Under pressure, they got him again. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. A reminder coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before that. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. And a screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And it's a short one here. Complete to the tight end. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Surveying the field. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Their dangerous wide receiver. First touchdown on the year. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. And the lead is up to 5. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. And now off to the races, down the right side. 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have once again taken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Are you looking forward?
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the two-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure this team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he shifts past him. So a very tight first. Never mind, Larry. Forget your halftime report. Apparently, we are set for the third quarter of action already. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. They'll look to throw here. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and throw for it here. Throwing right, and that's complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Big fourth down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, oh, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll look to throw here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, ball's out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46.
Holding offense.
So
Still second down.
second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll drop to throw. He's got time. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
He'll return it from the 6. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And the numbers, they sort of do the talking. Great game last week. Sharp again here in this one.
Sometimes you set habits with how you play, don't you? I mean, you start to put things together, you string them together, and the confidence continues to rise. And guess what? We're seeing that happen in front of us. Back-to-back weeks of really good play.
And the confidence certainly must be continuing to grow. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot, but they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall. In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but they have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks. Those guys are worth their weight in gold. Old school defensive tackle play dictated just stood up and danced with the guy in front of you. And if the guy came near, tackle him. New school, you don't want to just dance. You want to get past him, get upfield, and make the play in the backfield. A big-time play there.
Here we go now. No. Check, Patriot.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. We'll check on his status when we get back. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it. All right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They'll look to throw. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. That one goes for 24 yards.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
And they'll run it here. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And he's back here in the struggle department in this one like he was a week ago. And, partner, I think you can pin some of this on that O-line, that room to run just not there.
You mentioned last week that it felt like the offensive line was getting beaten to the punch by the guys across the ball.
It was pretty evident, I thought. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Holding offense.
I'm coming back. I'm coming back.
So that penalty, the offense shooting themselves in the foot a little bit. Now 3rd and 16. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Another pistol look here. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Holding offense.
So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. And following that penalty, the offense really backed up now on 3rd down.
Check.
He'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now. He's been terrific so far.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. And he's got room. And he takes it all the way, but there is a flag down, so hold the celebration. This one's coming back.
Illegal block in the back. Return team. Automatic first down.
One receiver left, 3 to the right. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course, you got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps...
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the 4th. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. He'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Face mask penalty, and Charles, you were a defender. You know sometimes in the heat of the moment, it's hard to keep your hands away from that face mask.
Sometimes you just get out of position as a defender when you're trying to make a tackle, so you end up flailing away, and your hand gets into the wrong spot.
Back to throw now on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. They'll set up to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Wasn't that long ago that the NFL guys really didn't adopt much from the college game. But one thing that has crept in there is spreading things out, opening things up. Not even just in tempo, but maybe getting better line splits and spreading the field. I think that would be a great strategy right now to try and open things up in the run game.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Now the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Can't find anyone open. And it is incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that one that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up 1st downs and keeping the football.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 18 yards on the pickup there. And it'll give the Cardinals a 1st down. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. Because strategy would tell you, run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll look to throw again. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
Flushed out right. This will be caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
They'll drop to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the... Football back. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw now in his own end zone. And he's going to go down for a 4th time today, and this time the result is a safety. Well, this defense has been smothering all game long. Why not give them 2 more points here in the closing minutes?
Well, they've certainly earned it. They've gotten the better of this offensive line for 4 quarters, and this sack here will just be a little icing on the cake.
Taking it about the 16. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And the Cards are going to have a first down.
And they just had another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
It's the age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game. And however it turns out, it turns out.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball takes the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass. And sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that. That's why they're able to get to him on it.
Third down, the Colts beefing up the secondary. 6 defensive backs in the game. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Let's go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll set up a throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes it down deep into Arizona territory. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. Looking to throw. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Their big tight end. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film. But This one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. Only one timeout defensively, so this should just be a simple kneel down.
I agree totally. I looked at my time management chart. It says take a knee, victory formation. They just have one timeout left, and that should be all she wrote.
By the way, it's a good thing you can read that because nobody else can.
Not with my chicken scratch. Not at all.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout, and now we're set to get going. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.